Yo, 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 what it do? It's your boy Black Truth. Hey, I'm sorry I'm not looking at the chat. I don't have it pulled up on this particular computer I'm on. So shout out to the people if you come through. I'll look back later and look at another device and see if somebody has something to say or any questions. But as you see the title, man, it's just something just not adding up to me. And again, this is me. I'm not the police. I'm not the security. I'm not top flight or anything. I'm just one regular person. But I'm one regular person with a mind. And it's just some things just don't add up to me when it comes to this Tamia Taylor case, man. I mean, the young lady was missing for 2 weeks. And during her missing, it's like nobody had nothing to say. Like, nobody saw her. Nobody heard nothing from her. None of the friends had any answers. It's just crazy. I mean, the boat could confirm that she made it to dock, meaning that when they docked, she made it to port. Never said that she got off, but they said they could confirm that she made it to port. It just don't make sense, man. It just don't make sense. But I was just looking back at some videos, and this kind of stood out to me. So I'm just replaying some stuff. Y'all can tag along with me if y'all want, but just kind of stood out to me. Y'all listen to this, man.
Disappear.
Now, this is one of the friends. I think his name is Quandera Jenkins. One of the friends right here. Friends. So let's go back. Let's go back to what said. Plus, people was already throwing stuff off the boat. They was throwing cups, cans, everything off the boat to the water. And I think about that. I'm like, why? Why would they be throwing stuff off the boat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not just something to do. Hey, we're going to just throw cans and cups and bottles off the boat. Hey, it's something fun to do. So it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. Why would they be throwing all this stuff off the boat once they made it to dock? I mean, why wouldn't they be throwing this stuff off the boat as they're driving or sailing to or from wherever they were going? But when they made it back, they just happened to just want to throw stuff off the dock. I mean, off the boat into the water. Just don't make sense. Now, this is one of the friends. I think his name is Quandera Jenkins. One of the friends right here. So he said if Tamia would have fell off that boat, somebody would have said something about somebody fell into that water. So again, I'm still puzzled here. I'm puzzled. Like, why would they be throwing all this stuff off the boat? Why would they be throwing all this stuff off the boat once the boat docked? And as you're going to hear him say, that when Tamia left, she just never came back. And how he was asking all these people, have you seen Tamia? Have you seen Tamia? But not one point did he say that they went to the bathroom looking for Tamia. I don't know. Again, I know they found the young lady Tamia Taylor and may her family get the justice, if there's justice to get. May they get the peace that they deserve. But I'm just looking back at this like, it just stuff don't make sense to me.
Nobody seen nothing. We done both got the store and stopped. We got off the boat and we sat there and watched everybody out of the boat because we were looking for Tamia.
So again, this is the friend of Tamia. This is the guy. He said, and the boat, when the boat stopped, we got off the boat and sat there and watched everybody get off the boat because we were looking for Tamia. Again, why, if you knew Tamia got up and went to the bathroom, I mean, why wouldn't you go to the bathroom and look for Tamia? Why wouldn't you search for Tamia on the boat versus trying to wait for Tamia to come off the boat? Just don't make sense.
When everyone got on the boat, we were even asking questions. Hey, y'all seen Tamia? We took a picture. Hey, y'all seen her? Hey, y'all seen Tamia? Everybody said, look, I ain't been asking no questions.
So he said he was showing people pictures. Hey, have you seen Tamia? Have you seen this young lady? Have you seen this young lady? As people were getting off the boat. And then he turned around and asked the guy, because there was a guy there who was born around the same time as Tamia. I think he was a Virgo. She was a Virgo. And so from what he's saying, this guy, they kind of meshed. They linked. You know, as soon as they start talking, hey, I'm a Virgo, you're a Virgo, yada, yada, yada. So dude started buying her drinks or whatever. Or he bought her a drink. And he said he ran back across him once, you know, they're looking for Tamia at this point. And he asked the dude, hey, did you see Tamia? And dude is going to be like, nah, not since I bought her that drink.
You know, I got some action to me. He said, last time you seen her, he had the money for the drink. He had the money for the drink. You know, I got some action to me. He said, last time you seen her, he had the money for the drink.
So again, interesting. So he's saying that the last time he saw Tamia was when he basically gave Tamia some money for a drink. This mysterious guy. But what's even more mysterious, who is this guy? What's this guy's name? This mysterious Virgo guy. Why hadn't anybody found him or found pictures of him or at least found his name? Who is the dude? It's just something on air. It's just not making sense, man. It's not making sense. The friend brought this guy up. Yeah, this mysterious Virgo guy. You know, she met him. He bought her drinks. But why didn't he go to the police and like, hey, this is the guy? You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go through the itinerary because you have to buy tickets to get on this boat. Let's find out who this guy is so we can, you know, if this guy, you know, literally, if I'm asking him, have I seen her? So he kind of probably was like around one of the last people to see her. Why wouldn't, you know, who had direct contact with her, you know what I'm saying, on that boat that he knows of being her best friend or her work friend? Why wouldn't he like, hey, policeman, officer, this was the guy. This is a guy that linked with her on the boat, bought her drinks. I think, you know, we need to find his name and find out who this guy is right here. You know, it just don't make sense. Just a lot of stuff don't make sense. You know what I mean? And like he said earlier, if Tamia would have fell off that boat, then everybody would have saw her or at least heard her. And I've had this conversation with many of my real friends in real life, and I've shown them the videos, and they kind of all feel the same way. Like, if that young lady would have fell off that boat, then with all those people being on that boat, somebody would have probably heard or saw her fall off that boat. I don't know. Just some things just don't make sense. But let me transition that into, again, they're saying that Tamia was found in the river. I showed you guys another situation. Let me see if I can get to it. Hold up. Let me fade this out. No, I don't have to do that. Hold up. So let's go to where was it at? Okay, it was a short. Let's see if I got this lined up. Okay, yeah, you guys can see it. Let me make it bigger though. All right, so again, as you can see off in the distance is the riverboat. And because I'm trying to line things up with what this young man's saying. He's saying that they docked. Even the boat are saying that she was definitely there when they docked. But as you can see clearly, the camera right here is facing. It is facing the boat. And so you would think, just like anybody with common sense would think, if Tamia fell off that boat as they docked, the camera should have caught it.
There go the boats. See there right there? Bam. And there go a camera right
There go the camera right there. The camera's sitting right there in prime view. Because these are city cameras. And so I had a question. Somebody asked me, what if the cameras weren't on? And I'm like, nah, I would doubt that the camera wasn't on because, I mean, this is like the lights. Everything's getting paid for by the city, by the people. So they're not going to have cameras up that's not on, generally, because they're not paying the bill out of their pocket. They're paying it out of the city's budget. So those cameras are going to be on. Those lights are going to be on for situations like this.
there. Let's see. There go the boats.
So again, you guys see the boats right there, man. Those are the boats right there as they dock. So if Tamia would have fell off in that water, in my mind, that camera should have caught her fall off in that water. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The camera should have definitely caught her fall off into that water.
See there right there? Bam. And there go a camera right there.
There go the camera right there. I don't know. Again, I'm just going back over this situation, looking at some things and trying to put some things in perspective. Again, I'm no detective. I'm no police department. It's just from my own mind. You know what I'm saying? It's just from my own mind. I'm just trying to put some things in perspective just to see what could have possibly happened, because they don't have any solidified answers. Yes, they found Tamia. They said basically from what they saw, there was no foul play with Tamia. After they did an autopsy on her. But the $1 million question is always going to be, and I know her mother is asking this question as well, how did my baby end up in the water? If Tamia Taylor got up, told her friends, hey, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be back, put her phone down, go to the bathroom, and never return from the bathroom. Again, my question, one of my questions, my initial question It's friends. It's three of you guys. Why didn't you go to the bathroom looking for her? A. B. It's two other girls. Why didn't you two girls, one of you girls, go with her? That's what girls do. When girls out having fun together, they stick together, especially if they got a drunk buddy. Because they don't want nobody to take advantage of them. They don't want nobody to mishandle their friend. So what they going to do? They're going to stick together. So why didn't one of the friends get up and walk with her to the bathroom? Like girls do. They go to the powder room. They see that girl drunk. Girl, I'm coming. Here I come. I'm with you. Just to make sure nobody don't mishandle them. You know what I'm saying? What real friends do for friends. They look out for each other. That's my second question. And my third question is, why didn't this camera catch Tamia Taylor falling off into that water? If everything aligns up with them throwing cans and bottles and all this stuff into the water, why didn't this camera catch her falling into that water? And these are questions I'm just going to have to myself because I wasn't there. I don't know. Somebody knows. Who? I don't know. But these are just questions. Let me go to something else real quick. Hold on for 1 second, you guys. But yeah, that's a question. That's a question that a lot of people are going to have.
This police department for all their hard work, their dedication. The
video I'm about to show y'all is her mom after she found out that her baby, that was indeed her daughter, in the water. And these are the things that she had to say. Because obviously, after she was found, now it's a lot of people coming out wanting to say different things. And y'all gonna hear the message that she had for those people. Because like I asked y'all in the beginning, when I first started this video, where were all the sentiment from these people who, you know, who were so eager to say stuff now? Where were these people when it first happened? Why weren't they trying to give any information when it first happened? I mean, I interviewed the guy, J Munn. He didn't clearly put eyes, from what he told me, he didn't clearly put eyes on Tamia. He clearly put eyes on, I think the young lady's name was Shanquella or Shaquita. I forget her name. I'm sorry for that. But one of the friends, the bigger friends, he said he clearly put his eyes on her. But he couldn't make out the other. He said it was a guy. He clearly put his eyes on her, and there were two other girls. He said he knows that for a fact. He also said, and I didn't put this out. I have it, but I haven't put it out. He also said in his mind that he can recollect, he heard, because he said he had to play this thing back in his mind because, and from hearing the brother, I'm trying to understand where he's coming from, being the one that allegedly saw this group of people. So as I'm talking to him and I'm talking to him and I'm talking to him, conversation after conversation, he comes back to me and be like, you know what, man, I beat myself up because I didn't know that I should have been looking for this young lady that night. I didn't know that person was gonna be missing, and I should have been keeping my eyes open for that young lady. And so he was like, he's been going back in his mind trying to, how did he put it? Trying to clear out all the clutter of that night and remember exactly the words he was hearing in the background as, you know, he pulled up on those girls or whatever. And so he told a story about them being drunk, being in the pyramid shape, you know, like holding each other up and everybody laughing, you know, at them like, wow, you know, they drunk. But then he told me a story of, he couldn't put 100% on it, but he said he think he heard somebody say something about that drunk bitch. They didn't say who. He said he couldn't remember exactly who, what, when, where, why, but he remembered faint conversation in the background talking about that drunk bitch. And so I was like, wow. But see, all this stuff is alleged, and there's no proof of this. This is just a man telling another man that that's what they think they heard. So that doesn't hold any weight in anything, court or anything. And so I didn't even expound upon that because it's like, hey, you don't have any concrete proof of that. You can't 100% say that this is what you heard, but to say that he think that that's what he's heard, that wasn't good enough for me to try to make a video about that or anything like that. So that's for what it's worth. But let's listen to Mia's mom in reference to finally realizing that her daughter, was actually indeed the one found in the Mississippi River.
That they put into this case for 16 days. But what I can say, if you have so much to say now, why didn't you say nothing 16 days ago?
And she's talking about this, the people in the city, the people around, the people, you know, the chatters, the people that's just talking in the background, trying to, you know, say this and say that. You know, it's 2 weeks and 2 days has passed. Nobody had anything to say to this woman about her child. But now that they found her, now this, you know, everybody's trying to be I knew this, or I heard this, or they said that. You know what I mean? And who knows, man? Who knows who, what, when, where, why? Of how things could have, should have, probably gone. Who knows? But let's listen to her.
Where were your cameras? Where were your phones? Where was all of this at 16 days ago? Once again, let's be respectful to the Memphis Police Department as well as all other.
So basically, she's saying, hey, man, the Memphis Police Department did a hell of a job in searching and not letting her daughter go, you know, not just chalking her up to just be another statistic out here, you know, not chalking her up to, hey, this is a black young woman that's missing. Who cares? So she's giving kudos to the Memphis Police Department and all their efforts and what they did for her and getting peace for her daughter. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very important, as we all know, you know, and everyone who's had death in the family, because this resonates in my spirit, right? Because I've had death in my family due to a situation that if I, amongst the other people in my family, didn't demand justice and go through the proper channels and go beyond the police, go beyond the hospital, then go beyond the veil of the system and find the proper justice to bring forth to the authorities and the proper people, that we never would have got justice for our loved one. So I definitely understand where this woman comes from and where she's coming from on a personal level. And anyone who's gone through that and been through that, then they would understand as well that no matter what, at the end of the day, even if you can't get your loved one back, just having closure to be able to properly bury your loved one, to put them away properly. And in your mind, having the ability to say, you know what, I may not know all the answers, but at least I do know that I have this person here and I can rest easy and rest assured that their spirit will rest finally. Their spirit will rest in peace.
Minorities that played a major part in this group, in this effort to bring Tamia home. Tamia is gone. God allowed me to have her for 21 years. And yeah, you took her, but you can't take her out of my heart. And when someone takes something from you, they can take it, but they can't take what you know. It's just like you knowing. When you know what you know, can't nobody take it away from you. I told her that I love her. I told her to enjoy her day, because God gives all of us one day out of the year to enjoy. And that's what she was doing. And now she's gone.
Now she's gone. That's a strong woman right there. You can look in her eyes, and tell she's a strong woman. Not once did we see her break down. Not once did we see her just lose it all. She stood strong in the eye of a storm. She talked eloquently. She spoke properly. And she demanded answers. And she got the answers. She may not have all the answers, but she got the main answers that she needed. So now I'm sorry, I'm gonna look into this chat, you guys. Let me see what you guys got going on in here. I'm sorry I haven't been able to look into it because I'm on a different device. Yo, what up, Carly, Miss Indy? It's me, QST Bell, Mr. Hunnit. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for coming through. Let me see if I can read some. Robin, Rennie Dixon, thank you for coming over. You knew I haven't seen you before, so thank you for coming. Yeah, Robin, they definitely said it was her. They said it was her who, they confirmed it, that it was Tamia Taylor. They did say they didn't find any foul play, but they definitely confirmed that it was her that was found in the water. QST says the friend probably was jealous that Tamia was meeting guys or having and not looking at his ass. You know what? I see, that's what I'm saying. You never know, man. You never know. Now, Bev, I think her mom did mention to her that she didn't want her to go. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, she did. She told her she didn't want her to go, but she did tell her, hey, if you are going to go, be safe. And I think she texted her mom that night. She texted her. I don't know exactly what she texted her, but she did text her as she was on the boat. Someone said they saw her after the cruise with others. All right, Radiant, that's what I was saying. So I did an interview with the guy that the channel, I think Channel 11 News Memphis. I did a personal interview with him. And so how he tells me is the news chopped up his whole video, his whole interview. he said he never told the news that he physically saw Tamia Taylor on dry land. He told me that out of his own mouth. And I have recordings, where he reiterated that to me several times. Look, man, I never physically saw her with my own eyes. He said, but I did see the bigger girl because he said she came to his cart and was asking about a ride. And he said he saw 3 others with her in her group that were inquiring about a ride to get back to their cars. He said he couldn't make out the other 3 other than it was a guy. He said it was a guy and 2 other girls. So he said it was the big girl that he definitely could make out to be who was one of her friends. He said he couldn't make out the guy other than he knew that it was a guy. He couldn't say, hey, that's the guy right there that they're showing for sure. And he said he knew that it was 2 other girls. And he said one of the girls were drunk as hell. Like she was like the drunkest. You know what I'm saying? And so, but he said the news spliced his videos and he's really pissed right now. And he's, thinking about taking, actions, legal actions against the news for splicing the video in the manner that they did. Because like I was talking to somebody about this last night. And again, if you look at this situation, you got people saying, hey, she was in the water. She fell in the water. But then now you got this guy. Now, if what the news is saying that he said is right, now you can place her off the boat. And now if you can 100% place her off the boat, now you have a conspiracy. Now you have something totally else going on. Now you got, some foul play. Somebody placed her in that water. You see what I'm saying? But again, he never told me that he physically saw Tamia Taylor on land or at all. He's told me he can't say that he saw her because he said there was so much going on that night. He come down, he scooped people up, he take them to their cars. He was doing this all night, back and forth. And he said that he wasn't supposed to be looking for this young lady. And it made sense to me. It did. It made sense because I put myself in that position. I'm like, hey, if I'm providing a pseudo per se taxi company out of my golf cart and I'm just scooping people up, charging them $20 to take them to their car. I mean, in my mind, it wouldn't be to look at everybody in their face because if the person that's paying me, I'm going to do business with them and all their friends is hopping on. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? It's dark. I'm not getting paid to remember everybody I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? And so how he explained that to me was just like that. He can't physically put her on land. And he said the news just chopped up his whole interview. And so he said when it first started, that was like maybe 2-3 minutes into the actual interview. And he said that the interviewee told him, or the interviewer, told him, hey, I'm gonna splice up this video. He said he told him that in his face. Hey, I'm gonna chop this up. I'm gonna edit it. I hope you're cool with that. So he said, yeah, cool, no problem. But he didn't think that he would splice it up and sauce it up to the point where he would make him say, yes, I saw her on land. Because again, once you make those accusations, then now you have a whole different type of case. You do have foul play. If this young lady was on land, you would definitely have some type of foul play going on. Because how did she get back in the water? How did she get back near water if she was on land? So, Robin, he said he saw her. Well, again, I spoke with him personally. He told me he didn't see her. And he said that the news people made it seem like he said he saw her because they edited the video. Now, did he say that it possibly could have been her? He did tell me that. He was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if it was her. I don't know if it wasn't her. I can't 100% say I saw her. So he said he couldn't stand on that. I don't know, Robin. That's the great question. That's what we're trying to. Well, not saying what we're trying to figure out, because hey, we're not detectives. We're not the police, you know. But in my opinion, I don't know. I don't know if she fell off the boat. I don't know if she got off the boat. It's just, you know, like Radiant said earlier, hey, the whole situation is just foul. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, QST. They used the whole ladies' room as a Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? And again, where are the photos with the friends? That's what I was saying earlier. That's why I titled this. This just don't make no sense. Like, where are the photos with her and the friends? Like, that's what you do. When you go out with your people, guys don't do that. But you know, guys do. Some guys do. You know what I'm saying? We too cool, though. You know, we'll take the cool pictures. You know what I'm saying? We'll take the one. You may get one picture for the guys, all the homies together, throwing up deuces. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But the girls normally take 10, 20, 30, 40 pictures, man. That's just the new age. That's the kids. That's what they do. They take pictures. You know what I mean? They take pictures. That's the new thing. That's the new thing. So my question is, where are all the pictures with her and her friends? We don't get one picture with her and the people she was there with. That's what makes this so odd to me. These people say that they were really her friend. Why don't we have any images with y'all together? Why don't we have any video with y'all together? The video we saw, who was holding the camera recording her when she was drunk hanging over the rail or hanging onto the rail? Who was recording that? And why weren't they trying to get in it with her and dance by her, dance on her? You know what I mean? If it's one of her homegirls. There was another video with her walking up the steps. Who was recording that? It just don't make sense. It doesn't show her there with anybody. If you were an outsider looking into that video, you would see it as she's there by herself with nobody around her. She's just solo dolo. That's how I would assume it would look. You know what I mean? Let me go back up. Someone saw something for sure, Carla. It's just not adding up. It's me. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, it is, Miss Indy. And I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going back up reading the chat. But it is a shame that the boat didn't have cameras. But, you know, I'm a business owner. And that's what throws me off, too. It throws me off. I'm being thrown for a loop. Every twist and turn. Again, that's why I entitled this video Something Just Not Adding Up. It just don't make sense. As a business, you must have cameras. Like, that is a part of something that you have to have. Because you have lawsuits. You have lawsuits that every one of my businesses, I have cameras in. I have cameras to where it's the feed is going. I can record it. I can call in to the people, hey, I need images from Tuesday at 3:00 p.m. I have that in my spots because I have to have that to protect myself and protect the people that's coming inside and outside of my business. So it's another thing that just don't make sense. And again, piggybacking off that, Miss Indy, if you're still here, how could the boat clearly say that they saw that she made it back to port? I mean, they say this with clarity. She made it back to port. How did they know? Did they see her? Belle said, that's a good question, beautiful Rose. I don't know. Did the mother know the friends? I don't think she did because what it seems like they weren't friends. Again, what I'm taking from this whole thing, they weren't friends. They were just coworkers. So we could be looking at this thing like, hey, you know, from a Kanika Jenkins perspective, where all those were her friends. She grew up with them. I don't think this is that. I think this is a thing where, hey, we work together. We gonna go turn up, girl. You want to come? Yeah. You know, and it's no loyalty. There's no loyalty to people you just know. You know what I'm saying? In these days and times, there's no loyalty. There's no 100% loyalty to people you don't know. It's like, hey, we met you here. You didn't like driving the car with us. So, you know, if you make it back home, you do. If you don't, you know, we see that you're drunk, coworker, you know, you're not a bestie. So, hey, I hope you make it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like to me. Yeah, exactly, Miss Indy. Why no birthday pictures? Why? This your birthday. Only birthday stuff you got is of this girl hanging onto the side of the boat, drunk, to the one song, hand, shoulder, knee, shoe, you know, the little Boosie song. You know what I'm saying? That's the independent song. That's the only video that we have of her that we've seen. And like I said, they have one other video I didn't put up of her walking up the stairs. She was walking up the stairs on the boat. Other than that, and then we have a video or a picture of her when she was smashed, like leaning up against the wall with her eyes closed, like out of it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, where are the birthday pictures? It just don't make sense, man. But then they were saying about she threw a party at her house like the day before. And it was some type of disturbance going on. They interviewed the two neighbors. And they said that she went to the neighbor the next morning, the younger neighbor, I forget his name, and was kind of, you know, telling him a story. But he never told the story of what she told him. But basically, like, it was something happened in the house the night before. So, again, we can all speculate because we're all just witnesses to this, you know, tragic event. But who knows? The crew may have done a count at the beginning and end of how, you know what? You might be right about that, Radiant. Because too, like the young man who was there, who gave me the information that drives the cart, he says normally when you go on those boats, not normally, but when you go on those boats, you have to buy tickets. There is a head count. So you are correct about that. There is a head count of people coming on and going off the boat. And so, that's interesting. Something to think about. So at the end, you're saying basically they possibly could have just went around and counted each person as they walked off the boat or done some type of head count. That's something to think about. You're right. All right. Okay, you guys. Well, I've scoured the chat. I appreciate you guys for coming through, man. I just wanted to get my 2 cents on it, man. I never went live on this topic. I was just doing uploads, but you know, it just don't make sense, man. It just don't make sense. And if there is some foul play, I hope the young lady gets her due justice, and then don't just get swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? I hope she gets her just justice. I went on a cruise in St. Louis and we were counting. Yeah. But see, I went on a cruise out to Mexico and we did get counted as well. But, with this being a little riverboat situation, yeah, I'm quite sure they would have, just like the man said that they do a head count to the point where they buy tickets. So only thing they have to do is count those tickets bought versus the people there. You know what I'm saying? And go from there. So that would make sense. That would make sense. Ain't no doubt, Kels. Thank you for coming through. For sure. Like I said, I just wanted to hop live on this and just, give my 2 cents on it because I was doing a lot of uploads. But I wanted to hop live and just give my little 2 cents on it, man. That's it. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to it in depth like me, but I was watching every day, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, and again, I'm no detective. I'm not trying to be no detective on here, man. But you know, it's something that caught my ear and caught my heart. So I'm like, hey, let me get into this and see if I can find something on this, man. And so I was into it almost every day. But I'm just so glad that they did find her. I was hoping that they found her alive some kind of way. But I'm glad they at least found her body so her mom could get some type of closure. Her saying last on the boat is bad for business. They had to say it in Splice interviews. You see what I'm saying? I agree. Now, Miss Indy, I agree with that. And that's what I was saying too. They're trying to save business. So even if they didn't do a head count, even if they didn't see this young lady, they had to say that to save their business. You know what I'm saying? And it behooves them to say she walked off the boat. That's in proper form because now you got me thinking. Now I'm thinking lawsuits. Now her mother is gonna be like, yo, my baby fell off your boat. So you didn't have cameras in which you were supposed to have. Again, as a business, you have to have cameras for instances like this. So now mom is going to sue the hell out of that company. That company is about to get sued. I'm quite sure she didn't sign a waiver form giving her life away to these people on a boat ride. I'm quite sure she didn't. So her mom is going to sue the hell out of these people. But now, like you're saying, Miss Indy, which makes sense. If they can say, no, she made it off that boat in concurrence with what the news spliced up and say that this man, Jay Munn, said, then now you have a whole situation where the boat is scotch-free from the incident. Oh, man. Yeah, that's exactly a huge possibility. A huge possibility. So I'm interested to see if the mom is going to sue these people because she has a lawsuit. She has a lawsuit fair and square, you know. And again, money is money, man. Money is money. Money don't buy and bring back family. It don't buy and bring back life. But money does correct wrongness. I'm a firm believer of that. Money will correct wrongness. If she sues them for the right amount of money, they will have to get another protocol. She will make them do something different so this never happens to nobody else, baby. At least negligence. At least negligence. So I hope she pushes a huge lawsuit on their ass for real. Because they don't have no answers. They don't have no video. They need to be sued. They do. This young lady fell off their boat. They need to be sued. They know they pushing out alcohol to these people. They know these people sitting there getting drunk, and you telling me you don't have nobody sitting there watching them? You don't have nobody sitting there taking, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody is grown. I know, you know, ain't nobody, being coddled. But at the same point, if you're going to be pushing alcohol to these people and you're going to have them in the middle of the river, you got to have somebody there watching out for these people, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Do we know if waivers are needed for the boat trip? That's another question. I'll find that out. I can find that out. I'll find out about, what up, Cold Pepsi? I'll find that out. I'll find out if waivers need to be had to get on this boat. I'll find that out ASAP. And I'll let you guys know that. That's an easy find. Easy find. Hold on for a second. Let me see something. Let me see if my man's is up and see if he want to talk. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, I can find that out. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up. If he don't respond to me tonight, I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow, and he can find that out for me, no problem. But that's a good find though. That's a good find. We'll get to the bottom of that. At least that. You know what I mean? At least that. No, he's not responding to me, so I'm gonna let that ride right there. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm not getting a response, so I'm not gonna hold that up right now. Okay. Well, you guys, I've been here maybe 30, 45 minutes. And again, like I said, I just wanted to bring this back up, man. Just wanted to bring this back out to the people who follow this channel, and just look at it, you know, in this totality. You know what I mean? To how this thing just don't make sense, man. I'm gonna try my best to try to reach out to one of those friends, man. If I can get one of them to do an interview, that would be perfect. And this is not me trying to get anyone caught up or anything like that, but hey, I want to bring some information to you guys, man. I want to bring some stuff to this channel, and bring it exclusively to the people, to my people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thanks, Belle. And you be safe as well. But in closing, this was okay, Cold Pepsi. This was a recap to the Tamia Taylor situation. They did find her in the Mississippi River. They said that her body wasn't tampered with during the autopsy. So, in my eyes, they're going to just close the case. This is a closed case, and they're going to move on. But we all got questions. We all got questions. And if I find anything, I'm going to bring it to you guys in the near future. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to wait for that. And I'm going to do some research on that as well. But from what we heard, they were saying that there was no foul play with the body. But I thank you guys for coming, man. Like we always do around this time, we're going to go ahead and bid this adieu, man. Thank y'all for coming, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care of y'all loved ones, man. Y'all look out for y'all people, man. Y'all look out for yourselves, man, because we all we got. We all we got in this crazy, crazy, crazy world, man. We are all we got, man. Y'all stay safe. If you're going to drink out there in the streets with the people, man, don't get too wasted, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got some friends who, you know, turn up a bit, watch out for them, man. You know what I'm saying? Look out for your people, man, because we all we got. This your boy Black Truth, man, and I'm signing out, man. Peace.